BBC programming in the 1950s and decided to launch the drama series of the Forsyth Saga, he had no idea the part that it would play in 1994 in bringing together two potential lovebirds sitting in the lounge of 41 watching it, nor the creation of one wonderful, remarkable family from two. It wasn't long before I became chaplain and part of the life of Arbrook House, the nursing care home where Lynette was deputy matron, and I discovered what a good nurse you were, skilled in both nursing and in dealing with anxious relatives of the residents. It was fun getting to know the family. At the wedding, of course, Holly and Alison were both expecting. And both Noah and Lise Marie were small. And who could forget the moment at the wedding when Noah led Lise Marie round and around the pulpit in a lively chase. Nor will I forget giving Lise Marie a flying angel ride on my shoulders on a family walk by a canal. But it was the two Singapore Australian visits that introduced me to the family there. On Christmas Day 1999, we went first to a Christmas service at the Uniting Church, before going on to a Christmas gathering at Roz's home, where there were 17 of the family, from Grandma Marish at 93 to Emily at 9 months. There was Auntie Maisie, Kathy and Michael, James, Daniel and Naomi, Roz, Stephanie and Lachlan, Philip and Erica and Emily, Noel and John, Mary and Catherine. I don't know where Neil was.
We weren't invited.
I don't know why that was.
And the two of us. While the adults prepared the Christmas dinner, Noel read to the children from the book The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, and it was a never to be forgotten moment. It really was. I can see her sitting there surrounded by children and Emily going all over the place. You had already told me, darling, of your school days and the school friend, Sylvia Parry, when you were both just 12 years old, and there's a photograph of Sylvia on the on the table there, the cover there. So I was delighted when we went with Noel and John by car to Half Moon Bay and Black Rock to meet with Sylvia and Alan for a family gathering down on the beach. We also took the opportunity of visiting Bentley and your childhood home. We saw the Methodist Church, which brought back to you childhood memories of singing in Sunday school anniversaries. We met Mr. and Mrs. George Reed, who had been, he had been the superintendent, the Sunday school superintendent of the church. And we went to your old school, and you remembered how you struggled with your violin in its case while riding on your wretched bike whose chain kept slipping off. When we went with Sylvia and Alan and visited Marlene and Graham Coates, we joined quite a gathering of your friends. These included friends who had been in nursing with you in your early days at the Royal Melbourne Hospital. And it was Marlene whose storytelling got everyone laughing, particularly of the child who wondered where in fact Grandma went and whether she helped with the compost heap.
Oh dear.
It was, but the way Marlene told it was fun.
Character.
Each returning flight from Australia had meant a stay with Jolyon in Singapore. On a Millennium trip, we had an Antipodium Fun Day at Noah's Australian International School, where Noah enjoyed a water slide and bouncy castle, and where Jolyon ended up with a skillfully painted face of a spider, and I was with a painted face of a tiger. Now we are looking forward to her coming to us in November to stay. Beautiful, accomplished businesswoman. It's astonishing that Lise Marie has been in Hong Kong for nearly 2 years.
3.5.
3.5, is it? 3.5. And that we have talked with her by Skype, while Ashley, James and David are each carving out a career. We've been talking, of course, with Ashley in Germany. David is in Bath at the moment. And beyond. And today we welcome Caroline and James. And we've had a wonderful time over the weekend with you. Been lovely. While we look forward to December and to their wedding day. Darling Lynette, we celebrate your 80 years, and they have been 80 rich years, fair shared with Noel, Neil and Murray, and then with husband Peter, with Jolly and David, Holly and Mike, and with many friends in nursing and church, and finally with a family of grandchildren, who with the children of Peter, Graham, Linda and Alison on my side, make up one very special, wonderful family.
That's our tribe.
We were overseas when you came to Melbourne. We were in Spain and Morocco because we decided we did not want to be in a Western country when all the computers would crash on January the 1st. And we were in the middle of Morocco, in the countryside, and that's why we weren't at Knowles.
That's where you were.
So that's why we weren't invited, because we were away.
They were lovely family gatherings.